Welcome back to Daddy's Den.
Welcome to Mommy's crib.
Nice. Do you ever sleep in a crib?
I actually, when I was like in high school, I had beds that
Were you
could
about
like...
to say HPV?
Well, I had HPV, yeah. So we all did.
Yeah.
I had a bed that like, it was a day bed that I could kind of like turn into a crib against the wall, and it would feel like sleeping in a crib because it had like railings on the side, if that makes sense.
No, it does.
And I would like, because I'm a baby, I would like to sleep in a crib because I'm a baby.
I feel like it's a very cozy atmosphere.
I think so too.
Aww.
I think everyone should sleep in cribs.
All of our babies, all of our listeners have to sleep in a crib tonight. We should start a baby themed Airbnb.
Yeah, have like a party where everyone comes and
Wears
they have to sleep. That's
adult briefs.
Yeah. Titties out.
Well,
diapers.
Yeah, and we like bathe each other like rubber ducks. And everyone sleeps in a crib.
It's a really good idea.
Yeah, I think it'll really catch on.
This is a really good idea.
Narcity will be all over that. This Airbnb treats you like a 1-year-old.
All over your ass at all times.
Not even the front of me, the back of me. If they don't post what I posted today, I'm going to have a melty downy.
See, that's the thing with like, the serotonin highs of posting, and when you're used to being reposted by like Blogdio and Narcity, and then you don't like, I'd probably be sad. So you should be
great. Well, Blogdio not once has reached out to me, so let's not worry about that. No, I think they like.
I thought they were on your ass too.
No, I think Blogdio likes when you go to them.
Yeah, fair enough.
I like when they come to me. That's why they sneak up from behind. Welcome to Mommy&Daddy podcast.
To episode 6. Is it episode 6?
Yeah.
Wild. I was going to say 5.
This is where we start to like forget how many we've done because we've done so many.
Yeah. Because this is our life now.
50% of podcasts don't even make it to episode 4. And here we are at episode 6.
You made that up.
No, I read a whole thing today and I was like, how many downloads are good?
You always have these numbers ready for me every
I'm a numbers
week.
guy. You know what? Okay, I
can see that you're a numbers guy.
I'm a numbers guy, not to be the like.
You didn't zip up that silly zipper on your sleeve. Yeah.
There it is. I open it and then I put stuff in when I go for my long runs.
Yeah.
Well, they're short, but yeah.
Okay.
Just like my phone, so I can put on my headphones.
Yeah. No. Fair enough.
Yeah. I said I use numbers a lot in. Not my, yeah, you can turn that. Well, you don't have to, we all saw it. You can turn off your phone. She's like slowly reaches over.
Such bad etiquette. Holy shit.
Such bad podcast etiquette.
Such bad podcast.
Did you hear that ding? Oh, we have to edit it out.
I got a text.
Who from?
Well.
Yeah. Adds up. You're probably about to get 6 more.
Well.
Anyway, I'm a numbers guy. That story's gone.
No, I do think of you as a numbers guy.
When I was going to say, not to be the like therapy guy, but when I like describe my emotions in numbers, and it's like I'm very like, this puts me at like a 3.
Oh, okay. And
I'm like trying to get this to a 6 out of 10.
Like in therapy?
Yeah.
Is that encouraged? Do you think?
What?
Or that just works for you?
Yeah, it's just a way that worked. Like I kind of even brought up, like, I feel like I use numbers a lot. And like, so just like as a heads up, like sometimes when I'm trying to describe.
And did she say what that says about you? Being a number, like using numbers or using like a scale?
It does mean that I have a lot of issues, sort of describing the emotions that I feel.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we got into a bit last week. Do you want to?
You know what? I think that is valid, and so many people are bad at that.
Yeah. But I didn't realize it, and that's the issue.
Mm-hmm. I'm, on the other hand, very emotionally intelligent, and
you're perfect. You're perfect.
Yeah, everyone else is not good, and
are you? Has your therapist ever said you're emotionally intelligent?
My therapist rides my dick.
So they're your narcissist?
She's my therapist will be like, well, you're like funny and cool, so like so
like don't worry.
Don't worry.
That's sick.
Like she'll say kind of like, she doesn't obviously say things like that, but she'll say like, well, you don't have to worry, it's all good, like you get it, like you're very like understanding and a very hot person.
You're very hot.
She compliments me a lot is what I'm saying, and it's nice.
So I bet you're one of her faves.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think so?
Although one time she told me, she was like, yeah, well, with my other patients who are comedians,
How many does she have?
Yeah. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm not you. You have others?
Yeah, I'd be pissed if I were you.
She's like, I see this a lot. You know, we were talking about like the schedules of like, uncertainty and whatnot with being, and she was like, yeah, I see that a lot with my other clients, patients. What do they call them? Whatever. Yeah. Doesn't matter. And I stopped seeing her at that point.
Is that actually true?
No.
That's funny. Like, I remember when I was looking at like agencies as an actor, and they're always like, ask if they have other people like you on the roster. You should do that for your therapist.
Oh, that's funny.
Do you have other people like me on your
Yeah.
After our 15-minute consult.
Like, she's like, yeah, like with my other patients who are also like small blonde comedians who have a high-pitched voice and talk about like blowjobs on stage. Yeah, they feel the exact same way, Stephanie. So you're validated in that thought, imagine.
There's like 2 or 3. No, okay.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's sick. I actually, for the first time, felt physical pain the last one, but we don't need to dive into that.
Sorry, physical pain in therapy?
Yeah.
Oh,
how wild is that?
Oh my God.
My shoulders like...
Jesus.
It was fucking...
dude.
Yeah, it's not good, dude. I was real on the surface for a while. I'm like, we're having a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then shoulder pain?
Yeah, I like shoulder and like back pain. And I brought up like, this actually like hurts.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, interesting. Yeah. I was like, yeah.
A lot of it's connected.
Mm-hmm. I would say my shoulder pain was like a 3 out of 10. That's what I did.
That's funny.
That's what I did. That's what I did to ignore it.
And also what's going to be a 3 out of 10 is
this episode. We both know it. You guys can tell.
No
way. Now that we're in, we didn't want to lose you in the first minute or two.
But we normally will like brainstorm kind of a loose agenda of what we're going to talk about. And I said one thing and Jim said, I don't want to talk about that. I feel like we've...
That is what I said.
I feel like we've already touched that and then
I think they would agree that we talk about sobriety for a half hour of every episode.
It's totally fair.
No, go, tell them what you wanted to talk about.
No.
Oh, that's good improv. No.
Well, no, because it was just what my point is here is that we didn't have ideas and we weren't feeling very creative. And so I was like, oh, well, I'm reading the sobriety book. But then Jim was like, we've already talked about that. Shut your fucking mouth, Steph.
Yeah,
he slapped me in the face.
If I had, then we'd be 1 for 1 because of Niagara Wine Fest.
Yes, I have slapped you. I've assaulted you.
In a fun way, though.
So anyways, we just don't think that this episode's going to be good, but...
Well, okay. Let's not say that. Let's not be like that comedian that gets on stage like, I'm trying out all new stuff. You got to say that at the end.
Yeah. Fair enough.
We should have waited and then the 45th minute been like, guys, we didn't think this was going to be good. What do you think?
Right.
But we're already like, this one's going to suck.
No, in the 18th minute, because this is going to be 20 minutes long.
This is going to be easily our shortest podcast.
No. We're having fun.
We turned a switch.
We're talking about feeling physically ill during therapy, and it's hilarious. It's great.
Do you think she's listening? I hope not.
Do you hope so? I think.
Do I? She just came in and had all this stuff. It was like, we need to work on this, and we didn't even talk about it. She could just tell from the pod. That'd be good homework.
Yeah. I know. I should invite my therapist to one of my shows, and then afterwards she's like, "Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. Here's what I'm really seeing."
We should invite our therapist to listen to our podcast, to talk, to be here, both of them for a podcast.
Okay,
let's invite our therapists on.
That'd
be
funny.
Fun. Let's also sell at Meridian Hall with the podcast. You see that the new show, Jason Bateman and Arnett, and looks
What do you mean the new show?
They got a new Netflix show about them going on tour with the podcast.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. I've seen that on TikTok, which is how I view everying.
I viewed the whole...
I was reading an article the other day. Saw a TikTok.
I saw it on TikTok, blocked you.
Yeah. No, not blocked.
Not blocked, yeah. The Washington Post on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
No, I mean not an article at all. Just a TikTok.
Like an 8-second TikTok being like... What's something that you always waste that you buy grocery? Because for me, I cannot get through a bushel of strawberries to save my life. And it's pissing me off.
Strawberries are maybe a good example.
They keep going moldy. And I keep being like, I'm going to do it in like 4 portions.
Berries or fruit.
And spinach.
I find... Like, I think actually in the summer I want to have an herb garden because I buy herbs.
Lit.
Like, I'll make, like a salad dressing and I'll use a little bit of dill in the salad dressing. And then I'll put like the dill in like my crisper part. And then I kind of forget about the dill for a while. And then it's like it's gross and soggy. Yeah. So actually, I know that if you put it in water in your fridge, in like a glass of water, then it stays good. So I should probably just do that.
That's what I do with carrot sticks. I've been getting roasted for that for years.
But
I have a bowl of it right over there. I'll get it.
That's jokes.
Yeah, keep talking, Chris.
Oh, actually, I would love a carrot stick.
Do you want a carrot stick?
Yeah, I would love that.
So what I do, because there's something about my fridge. There's a little bowl of carrots. Oh, it looks gross. Don't get in there.
It looks so
That looks
gross.
So
I think you're. Is it in soy milk or something? Are you soaking it in soy milk?
In almond milk.
Good grief, that was nasty. No,
it started with Linda, and all my buddies made fun of me for it.
That's funny. I've heard that if you have a perfectly ripe avocado, and I need to try this little hack out. Also saw it on TikTok. And you put it in a bowl of water, like in like the full avocado. Yeah. Then it stays like that level of ripeness in the fridge.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
that would make sense to me.
Report back. I will report back because I'm an avocado. Avocado is something that never goes to waste. Not even a little.
Dude, I had 2 die on me this weekend.
That's sad. I can normally time it really, really, really well. But yeah, if you have a busy weekend and an avocado dies on you, man.
Oh, it hurts, dude. They're so good.
Yeah, that makes me want to die.
Speaking of horoscopes.
Oh, yes. We thought that we would.
That'd be fun. Welcome to the Mommy and Daddy I always like to do this about 13, 12 minutes funny. In. Welcome to the Mommy and Daddy podcast. I'm Jimmer Lowe.
I have wicked allergies. I'm so sorry. My nose is fucked. It's so itchy.
Yeah.
And I went to a yoga class this morning and bragging and sneezed 6 times right away. I already told you this. It was really tough. It was really embarrassing. I had to get up, go and get Kleenex and come back to my mat and meet everyone in Downward Dog.
You were in Downward Daddy?
Yeah, to meet everyone in Downward Dog.
What do you mean to meet? Oh, I hate your slang.
I know.
But I know you do too. Yeah. So I respect it.
I hate it, but I love it.
So we thought we were going to have about a 5-minute podcast. We're already at like 13,
we're doing great.
Which is amazing for us. But we're doing really well today. Oh, that's a lot of spit.
We're just going to microdose a podcast today. Do like a 3-minute one.
That's so funny. Episode 6 and micro dose. We just we just have other stuff to do. You travel for an hour and a half to get here for a 3-minute podcast. We're gonna read each other. Well, because just before the show, I was like, I really hate tarot cards, and so I don't hate them. I just really, truly do not believe anything about it.
Yeah, fair enough. You don't think it's real because it isn't. So
yeah, and I get flack for hating horoscopes,
right?
And people are always like, but you are a Gemini.
Yeah. See, I told you I wanted to awaken this knowledge in me of this year was going to be this summer I was going to get into horoscopes.
You're going to be awoken.
Yeah. And you were like, please, no. And I'm like, yeah. I just think it's neat when a group of friends are talking about it and they have this this hidden, like, it's like a different language, when they talk about.
Yeah,
I'm not telling you at all.
It's called golf. It's called golf for me. When a bunch of people don't know what I'm talking about, and I have a little hidden language with 4 other white dudes from London, Ontario, that's golf.
Yeah. I mean, golf, horoscopes.
Let's get to
it. Similar.
I would agree. Okay, so what are you?
You don't know what I am?
I know what your birthday is, so I can find it. You're a Cancer.
Mm-hmm. So apparently cancers are emotional. That's what I've been told. That's like the one thing that people are like, you're emotional, you're a Cancer. And I would say I'm emotional. And with that, I would say...
If you're going to be at a party or networking get together, sounds likely. Don't spend all... If you're
at a party? Okay. Oh, okay, I have to go to a party? So what I'm hearing from my horoscope is that
You have to go party tonight.
I have to
You
go to
have to go party tonight.
Okay.
Or a networking get-together, which I would kill to watch you do. Don't spend all your time trying to score points with that certain cutie or influential person. If you do, you'll be missing the entire point of the event. Parties are supposed to be places where you can relax and have fun. This is literally...
what website are you reading? Like
the Washington Post.
Like, Teen Bop 30, like
yeah, teenbop30.org. Fuck idiot. Parties are supposed to be places where you can relax and have fun. If you only see them as routes to getting closer to someone you think can make things better in your life, then you're selling yourself short.
what the fuck is the point of a networking event?
That's not I thought it was supposed to tell you like you're gonna find gold today.
Have you ever read a horoscope?
Not really.
That's really funny.
That was a stupid one.
You know what we should do is do like the test where you find out if you're like rising this but there's no way you're gonna do that. Like you know how you have like you're like a Scorpio.
Gemini?
Yeah, you're like a Scorpio rising with a fallen star or whatever.
I did that with my sister once, but I do forget the results.
You mean 23andMe? I think you're thinking of 23.
Actually, Ancestry.ca. Yeah. I have 5 uncles.
5 uncles, like that's crazy. Like it's.
I honestly think I have 5 uncles.
What? Yeah, same. Yeah. Literally, most people. I'd say that's probably the average number of.
No way! I have 5 uncles, and I've met them all already.
Yeah. Oh,
this thing does work.
That's so funny.
Gemini, if you've been playing a totally flirtatious game with a certain someone, be aware that it may need to come to a screeching halt today. You're about to find out that they aren't exactly as available as you thought they were. This just sounds like me. It's not worth your energy to chase after something that you'll never have.
Hey, good advice. Good, hard advice.
This sounds like my therapist wrote this one. So turn your flirty energy towards someone else. My dog.
How many times did it call your energy flirty?
Yeah, they're really horny for me to be flirty today. Also, okay.
Are you feeling flirty today?
No.
Yeah.
I felt more flirty yesterday.
Okay. Oh, yeah. We were texting that. I mean, not. We were flirting yesterday. We were texting that we were too like hopped up on coffee or something.
Yeah. I was really hyper yesterday at work. Anyway, yeah, the rest of that's dumb. That wasn't really a good horoscope.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Do you have like a go-to horoscope website?
No. I don't read my horoscopes, dude. I'm not a loser, but I.
Great call out.
My growing up, it was hard for me to like believe in horoscopes. This is my origin story. Because I'm a twin, and my twin and I are very different, and we were born at the same time in the same place.
No way.
Yeah, like,
you and your twin?
Yeah, okay. Fuck off. Like, I'm just trying to tell.
No, I know what you mean, but I had to chirp.
And then it was just like we would like in the mornings like be getting ready when we were like 10 years old and like read the horoscopes and then it would be like, oh, we have the same one and like we're different, and
that's
it was like not exciting.
Yeah,
for
that's
us.
kind of annoying.
Yeah. As a twin.
They're gonna say as a 2-year-old.
Otherwise, being a twin
is sick.
Yeah.
At what number does it become too many of you? Would you want to be a triplet?
I'd be a triplet. Yeah. I think being an because I like grew up and we did so much together, but we like looked different and we had kind of different,
horoscopes.
I wish. I always was, okay, I shouldn't say weirded out, but I always was like, oh, I can't imagine if you looked exactly like me, right? Like if we were identical.
Yeah, that's fair. Because I grew up with the twins that looked exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of want to look a little different.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, identical is like you share the same DNA. So you are like pretty much the same.
That's so crazy that can happen.
Yeah.
That it does happen.
That it can happen.
That it will happen.
That it may happen. Yeah.
Quadruplets, that's probably too much.
Yeah. I would like to have twins as a mother. As a mommy.
Would you love to just a one and done?
One and done. That's the reason. Because I think I want
Squirt
2 kids.
Out of there
I mean,
just call it a day.
Just slurp him on out, and It would be tough the first little while, I think, with two babies screaming.
Yeah, but I mean, you just try to get it into a rhythm.
Well, that's it. And I think
I don't think it'd be tough at all.
You know what? Yeah. Oh my God, you love saying shit like this. Just a rhythm. Just the trick
the kids will get no rhythm.
Moms out there, get no rhythm.
Get your kids into a nice rhythm. Get your twins into a little rhythm early. But then when they're 3, you don't have to deal with them being a baby again. That's the toughest part, right?
I think so. I think 2 is really I have nephews, and 2 is hard. I also think 4 is hard, and then they kind of start being,
I bet you they get lippy, 2 to 4 as twins. Were you lippy? Do you remember a lot?
I think we were kind of sweet.
Yeah.
I know a lot of. Is
it because Lindsay was so lippy?
That. Yeah, probably. Lindsay was taking the cake for that, and we. Do you have a twin first memory? Have we talked about this?
We were just talking about this recently.
Okay, I was talking about my twin sister claims that her first memory was being bathed in a sink as a baby.
Oh man, that's really good parenting. No, that is. Well, okay, in a sink. Yeah. So that's just you have 4 kids running around.
Yeah.
And you're I'm doing the dishes and we're cleaning the twins.
I mean, I don't know the circumstances.
That could also not be real.
Well, for sure. And it's funny because I was watching a movie the other day, and that's a scene in this movie, and I know my sister's seen it, and I was like, I wonder if
was it E.T.?
It was my twin sister's favorite movie. Shout out, Carly. You love E.T.
It was her first memory, but she was 15.
Yeah. No, but it's very likely that one of your first memories was something that was contrived by. I have memories that for sure were stories that I was told young that my sister was oh, I did this. I was picking flowers while playing soccer and this and then I think I did that.
I have I
feel I still do that, which is just psycho.
I have a weird first memory. I think that I'm I have no idea if this is real, but it was me getting my diaper changed.
Oh, and so early.
I think.
I'd say that's early on. Or wait, how long did you wear a diaper for?
Hey, I ain't got no issue with adult briefs, mommy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let's turn the adult brief community against Steph right now.
Well, actually, let's make them a sponsor so that we can hold our event where everyone...
It's true. Yeah, because we have a big Airbnb plan coming up. Anyway, I think it was I remember kind of pissing. Lying on my back pissing and it making my mom laugh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, just making him laugh
and that's when I was now I can get attention by making her laugh.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Oh, now I have to go to therapy about this.
Deep. That's deep-seated.
We had a funny at the Stone Lion recently when I was there with a couple of the boys. And I was talking with another one, and then one of them was talking to the waitress, and she was like, "No way!" But I wasn't really listening. We turned over, and she was like, "You think you remember memories from before you were 1?" Yeah, everybody are we talking about that? Anyway, I don't buy memories before 1.
So my oldest sister said a lot of creepy things to my mom when she was a baby. She was one of these where it made it sound like she had lived a life before. You've heard of these stories, right?
Well, that's creepy. I don't like it.
I know. I don't like it at all. Before they went on an airplane, when she was 3 years old, she was like, "I've been on many airplanes before. I used to go on an airplane here and here, and I have gone on airplanes."
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that. I
Crazy,
hate that.
Right?
What were you saying?
What was I saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't talk till I was 8.
Look at you now. You have Canada's 430th ranked podcast. We slipped a bit in the charts when we didn't put out an episode the one week.
Right.
Which will happen.
That's fine. Back. It's all numbers, right?
They're all numbers, man. I'm a numbers guy.
And numbers are
we're in the top 20% of downloads.
I love that for us.
Yeah, there's a ways to go to the top 1.
Yeah.
But we won't get there, so who cares?
Yeah. Well, with our micro podcast.
Our micropod? For our 100th episode, let's microdose and then do an epi. See what happens.
Okay. Microdose doesn't even do anything to me anymore.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to just make you
Yeah,
happy?
You're kind of alert and kind of, you're just not.
People are putting mushrooms in coffee now, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be good for your mental health, good for anxiety and depression.
Weird.
I mean, I don't know the science of it. You probably should.
No, because
you know everything about
because
science.
Big Pharmaceutical refuses to teach me that at college because they're scared of the truth.
For sure.
Maybe I'll look into it.
Yeah.
I know that, like, I would say this has been enlightening for people. Horoscopes, mushrooms. We're getting one with the,
we're euphoric enlightenment.
I feel enlightened. When is Euphoria season 3 coming out?
I don't know.
Okay. Get to the bottom of that, would you?
Yeah. Did you like season 2?
I think so.
I just liked season 1 so much that, yeah.
I could see myself just not getting. I don't know. It's going to be hard to believe they're in like high school or first year college.
Oh, right.
It's been like 5 years.
Yeah, seriously.
The best episode was the.
Although I still could play a 14-year-old, right? I could still get cast in Degrassi, right?
What's the oldest person to ever play someone in like high school student in a movie?
Well, I remember in Hannah Montana, the guy who was like her friend. Did you watch Hannah Montana? He was like her neighbor, the guy. He was like 32 years old.
Ooh,
yeah.
Creepy. Wasn't that in Glee too?
Yeah,
they were like 30.
I think all the Glee cast who are all dead now were like 35.
Listen, you guys were thinking it. We just said it. Yeah.
You can't talk about the Glee cast and not think about how
good that show was.
No, that show was whack.
Why?
It was.
I never watched it.
Okay, there are some clips that I've seen on TikTok recently that's like the like 10 most unhinged moments of Glee, and they're like so wild. It's like them like making fun of the kid in the wheelchair and then him singing it, like that kind of shit. I don't know. And just the teacher was so cringe at all times and did weirdo shit, like touched people in weird ways. And it was like, I don't know how it had such a following. I mean, the songs are good.
Song slap.
The songs fucking slap.
The song slap.
There are still some covers that I think are like,
ain't no mountain high enough.
I love that. That's your example.
Yeah.
So brutal.
That was their worst one. Yeah, never really got into Glee.
That's okay. There's still time. Imagine.
Did Succession end?
Yes.
And who won?
We said that we were going to talk about anything related to things
time?
that just.
Yeah.
No, this makes sense. This makes sense.
This
Succession
is
ended.
Later. I just saw it on a TikTok.
Succession ended. I watched with Andrew
Smicky?
and we did a bunch of bets.
Nice.
I totally lost. Smicky won.
I don't care.
And I mean, this is the thing with betting. Like whenever you're betting on sports or something and you get wrong, you're like, oh, my gut was telling me the other team, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you always have those kind of thoughts?
Or you're just like, yo, I should have. Well, I mean, yeah, I did like the hockey pool I'm in.
Yeah.
We just like the little last second I changed my lease players.
Okay.
So we had 12 players and I had 3 lease. Mm-hmm. I was like, last second gut is telling me ride the Islanders. And I switched them over. And if I didn't do that, I would be in first place by so much right now.
Yeah.
I would have like I'd be winning by like 30 points.
Right. It's like, yeah, sometimes I'm like, yeah.
My gut's
what
an
is
idiot.
a gut feeling?
My gut's
like,
an absolute
because you just are playing with like, every scenario.
My gut's
of what,
like, oh, she hasn't responded.
You don't have very good intuition.
4 paragraphs in a row. Let's throw a 5th out there. That's my gut.
I think that's a beauty move. I think that is a beauty move.
My intuition or whatever you call it.
Yeah, how do you think your intuition is?
My intuition is. I probably just mute it. I probably mute it. It's probably better than I think it is.
Perhaps. Are you good at betting on sports? Like,
I haven't bet on sports in months. I just
assume you did. I really, really assume that you did.
No, I actually really hate it. I really hate it.
Okay.
I'm very against all the sporting apps and everything, but it makes me sound like a loser, so I don't want to talk about it.
I love that you're against shit that like
you would think I would be
so like just neutral about.
No, I think it's
like
awful. I think it's like ruining like 20-year-old lives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's been shoved down. Like I don't like how it's every commercial and it's like popping up in the middle of the game, like Cabby being like, "Have you hit your FanDuel parlay today?" Mm-hmm. And then they give you advice in the intermission. I'm like, "Tell me about the game."
Well, for sure, gambling is like the scariest thing too.
Yeah.
So
I'm really not for it. I like doing like a fantasy league, like a thing over the year with my buddies, putting like $20.
Yeah.
Things like that, but I don't gamble on any of the websites or anything like that.
Cool.
Thanks. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sick.
I think, I mean, that's great. watch Will do that every day, all day. So
it is that too, where I'm like watching sometimes with buddies. And I'm like, you're not watching the game. You're just
I know,
on
right?
the phone being like, I'm going to get the next
for
point,
sure.
the next bucket.
The best was when I like walked, it was my Nana's like 92nd birthday, and I walked into the room and I just heard Will explaining sports betting to her. It was like, so you've got the over and the under, and she's just like, yeah.
Dude, okay. Nana's probably hammering the over on Gary Trent.
Well, my Nana loves Gary Trent Jr. and she loves the Raptors, and she just wants to watch the Raptors. Will, you don't need to tell her.
She actually didn't know this existed, and it's probably better that way.
Yeah.
It's probably better that way. Your mom sells your London house. Nana loses everything. I think Raptors will win it all this year.
Yeah.
No, Nans. No.
Yeah. Gary Trent.
$100,000 on Gary Trent doing league MVP. Nans. I saw a guy put a bet down on TikTok. He put $10,000 when the Heat were up 3-0. Okay. And the Panthers were up 3-0.
Okay.
That they would both win their series.
Oh,
so we
wow.
parlayed it, and now it's going to Game 7. Oh, I said we wouldn't talk about time, but that's where we are at this. Anyway, that's why I just think it's stupid, because he was like, I'm put $10,000 to win $1,000. Easiest money I've ever made. And now he's like sweating.
Let's specify what we mean by, I said we wouldn't talk about time.
Steph's scared of clocks.
Yeah. Sometimes we don't put these episodes out right. We're
kind of on like a 2-week or a week and a half buffer.
So I said maybe let's not talk about anything that's just just happening.
Yeah.
To not confuse. But who gives a fuck?
Not our loyal babies. Not our 133 babies.
See you at the Airbnb, babies. See you
at the Airbnb. We should have a
baby.
We should have that for our 50th. We'll host a party. I'm getting ahead of myself.
I love when you do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. When I do love this. Anyway, on Saturday night had so much fun after work sitting by myself watching the Stars game. Nice. I was just tired and it had been a long week.
Yeah.
Like,
did you treat yourself to like a little, did you have a beer?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Nice.
I must have had a pop.
Nice. I love that.
I'm in my SodaStream era. I don't have one yet, but I'm in my SodaStream era.
Tell me about it.
Yeah,
tell me about that.
I'm getting I need a SodaStream, and that's my era. I was going through it. I was looking at all the different flavors today. Yeah. Dr. Pete's Cola and shit.
Right.
Who's Dr. Pete? But I love what he's doing.
So sick.
Yeah. I think I had Delina's. I think I came home from work, ripped a Delina's. And I watched the Stars win. And then I watched the basketball game, and then I went to bed. I was like, that was a pretty relaxing 3 hours that I needed.
That's great.
Thanks.
Wake up feeling so good.
So good to go work Paw Patrol. Hanksy came in again, by the way, too. And I taped the word daddy to his beer. But if you guys don't know him, then who cares?
That's cute. I think either way, that's cute.
Yeah.
Also, for everyone.
Our group chat of doing tennis lessons, I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, can it happen once?
Yeah, we need
and
it to
not
happen.
even tennis lessons. I think we're just going to
hang out with tennis.
Yeah. I also don't think any of us have equipment. So Jimmer used to teach tennis. He's done that in his life before.
It's just really funny to think about, but not at a high level.
Yeah, but I think also people that like do it with you, like do a lesson with you, they just want to hang out with you and like play tennis, and I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's a fun little exercise for an hour.
So a group of our friends want to go and do it, like my 5 of my girlfriends who are just
as like a bachelorette party.
Just tennis.
Yeah. And we're going to go do it.
Yeah. And
our group chat's struggling right now.
Our group chat is sort of struggling. So yeah, are you in like, how many active group chats are you in? Like daily active? 100?
What a segue by you.
Stop it. Don't let them know.
Oh,
we wanted to talk about group chats.
That was so good. Okay, no, I'm letting them know. You were like, let's talk about group chats. I completely forgot about that until now. So I was talking about the group chat, and then you started. That's unreal. Fuck you guys for saying this wouldn't be our best episode. Wrong. How many group chats am I actively in that I participate in on like a like a bi-daily?
Yeah, bi-daily is fine. Yeah.
Or like that I touch in a week, probably
like
3.
A week that you touch in a week, yeah.
Probably 3 to 4.
Okay.
One is like
I that's crazy. You have 4. Like, isn't it the same? It would. Yeah. I mean, I know guys do that.
I have my Xbox, my gaming group. or a Nintendo Switch group.
Do you know have you ever met anyone that's in that group, or are they all like people that you talk to in your headset?
No, it's DH, it's DH, and it's Plate.
You don't know. So so that one you don't.
Plate?
That one you've never met anyone.
My buddy Plate is in it.
Plate. Fuck.
Sickest nickname of all time.
It's gone too far.
No.
It's gone too far.
No, it has not. Plate of fries. DH. So that's our little gaming group.
Yeah, no, I don't need to know everyone that's in each one, but
Riggsy used to be in it and he left. And then I got one with the family full of boys, which is me, Riggsy, King, or Corny.
Okay.
Which is we're driving at Plate's
that just
wedding.
like hurt my head.
Yeah, we were driving at Plate's wedding. And
yeah.
2 of us were in the front seat and 2 were in the back, and the 2 in the front we pretended that we were a family and that we were the dads and our sons.
Okay.
And Holby were like, "Son, can you grab me?"
Right.
So it's our family full of boys.
Yeah. 2 boys. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have like a and like honestly, those are the main 2.
Sure.
I don't really have a bigger group. We have like a fantasy football group that talks every while, but our league kind of blew up because our commissioners are head cases.
Okay.
Drama. We voted our commissioners out.
Wow.
And it's been very dramatic.
So who's a commissioner now?
We don't have a new one yet.
We have to know.
We have to figure that out.
Everyone needs to know who the commissioner is.
For fantasy football league.
Tell me who the commissioner is.
We don't know yet. We haven't voted. Yeah, I would say that's then I have like one for my like clinical group on Wednesdays, so we've been decently active. I don't know. Yeah. Blech. And our tennis group. What about you?
Okay, yeah. So the tennis group.
Yeah.
That's it. No.
Do you have a girlies?
I have like
sisters.
I have a girlies. I have my sisters. Sister friends is what it's called.
Can I get into your sisters group chat?
Nope.
Okay.
And that one's pretty regular, I'd say.
Yeah.
And then I have one with like Sarah, Dana, Carly, and me. That's called
the Twingos.
It's called internet guilt, and the reason for that is because one time I was writing out like something, trying to be so like, I don't know, trying to say some poignant point.
Well, you just did. So congratulations. If you felt like you didn't before, you
really
just
profound.
did.
I'm very profound today. And I said like, yeah, well, you know, as a woman, we have this inherent guilt about like, and I used the term inherent guilt, and it autocorrected to we have internet guilt, which is so funny.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's internet guilt.
Yeah. And then I've got a couple more like camp girlies ones that are around. A bachelorette one that keeps going every now and again.
Yeah.
That has 20 people in it. So that's a lot.
unhinged.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's always like when we have a bachelor party, like a new group chat begins for it, but it's kind of nice. It has a 3-day birth
for sure. But I feel like contrary to what most people would think about me, group chats stress me out.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Yeah, I feel like it would suit our personalities to be like
all the
sick
time
in the group chat. I just don't really like it. Like I don't like
starting a new one. I'm at a point where I'm comfortable with my gaming one because that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And I like knowing how unions are going in London. And then the other one is just like, I don't know. I don't know. Other than that, we don't need to.
Sometimes like I will, in a group chat, I'll like text someone on the side and be like, is it like cool if I say this in the group chat? Or I'm in a group chat with like some of Will's friends, and sometimes I'm like, I'll say to Will, like, can I say this? And he's like, shut up, you know? No.
Have you ever sent something to the wrong group chat?
I don't think so.
Have you ever texted somebody the wrong thing? Have you ever screenshotted a convo and sent it to the same person?
I feel like I have, but I can't think of like a funny example. I did that in
university.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. Yeah. But other than that, I'm scared.
I have like been texting someone that I like was seeing or not really seeing, I don't know, and then they texted me like, ha, yeah, no, my favorite movie is this, that's cool that your favorite movie is that or something, and I was like, oh no, we weren't talking movies, you meant that to send that to someone else, you know what I mean?
Right. You've got one where you're like, that was supposed to be someone else. I've got one where I was
like, yeah,
but it actually, was flirty. Was it like flirty?
It was like flirty, and I was like, I was like, who is she?
If he was a Gemini, he was probably just having a really flirty day, and then he was going to end it with you. You know how it goes. As recommended. What was it like? Give a crash course.
I don't remember that part of our podcast, okay? Don't fucking talk about the first half. I don't remember it.
I thought that was our better half.
No, it was great. That was great. The horoscopes was fun.
Yeah, it was really nice. Also, when someone's green in a group chat, and it's a little heat when everyone else is blue.
Yes. Yeah, they ruin it for everyone.
They do ruin it. You just can't do as much fun stuff.
Yeah. Little heat.
So if you're green, I don't hate you. Just you got to find someone else to go green.
Yeah.
It's got to be a multi-greener. Big green.
You know what they say?
$1 a pound, a pound's a worth. What do they say?
Fucking numbers guy.
I am a numbers guy.
I had a running joke once where like I was doing for our group of friends when we were out, I was like breaking down what everyone owed each other that night. And I kept being like,
you were in charge of
that. I was like, well, you know, guys, I am the numbers girl in the group. I'm the numbers girl. So and they were just like laughing like at that joke, and also being like, I don't think these numbers are going to be right at all. Like, I'm just, I took the lead, you know, someone had to. Yeah,
that's why for my bachelor party, Riggsy does the finance. You do the fun stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. We don't need to split it. Oh! I just hammered my phone. That's going to be really tough for the edit.
That's
you know
okay.
what? Should we just call
Let's
it?
Let's rally.
Let's rally. Let's rally and do another hour.
No, let's wrap.
Let's wrap.
Let's wrap.
It's a wrap. Guys, thanks for listening to the Mommy Daddy podcast. Today, it was a little bit of a shorter one, but we got through it together.
Yeah. And we love you. What's your guys' horoscope? Tell us.